what you do is you line up one thing and see where everything else lines up. So either go by the ear or go by the ankle. I typically would recommend going by the ankle because that's where all posture begins, is at your feet. Honestly, it's where you connect with the ground. It's where you weight bear, and so how you connect with the ground will change everything all the way up. And that's what we're going to see when we put those heels on. Okay, so this gives you, like, through the earlobe, the tip of the acromion process. So that's going to be, so the tip of the acromion process, so your head of the humerus is going to be slightly behind that. Okay. In the thoracic spine, and you can't really see it, but it would be anterior to these vertebral bodies. And the same with the lumbar. In the pelvis, it's going to be level with an anterior, or through the vertebral bodies here, and the pelvis level with an anterior or posterior tilt. Okay, so basically one of the things that you want to look at in posture is the ASIS and the PSIS, are they level? Is one side higher than the other? Okay, so that's part of posture too, is looking at the orientation of the pelvis. Is it tipped forward? Is it tipped back?
Would that cause leg discrepancy too?
It can.
Okay. If it's out of whack?
Yeah.
But
Well, it's as good a word as
yeah.
any. Well, you know, so that leads us to a discussion of leg length discrepancy. And a lot of times when you look at somebody, it can superficially look like one leg is longer than the other when you actually measure the bones. No. But if you've got a scoliosis, or if you've got a tightness on one side over the other, which causes like a pelvic rotation in one direction or the other, it can give the appearance that one leg is longer than the other. Now, sometimes when you have patients that have had joint replacements, they do the best that they can to match the legs up. But sometimes, by virtue of putting extra components in there, you end up with a leg that's either a little bit longer or a little bit shorter anatomically, just depending on how much work that they have to do. And so what we would do then is we would adjust for that, possibly by putting a lift into one shoe where the leg is shorter, so that your feet